So Scott, it's 14 games unbeaten now at Arbor Park, a 3-0 win over Taunton. How did you react to that one?
Yeah, it was a really tough game, very physical. Obviously, 3-0 result is fantastic for us. But we were in a dogfight today. It was a real difficult game. They're a really honest bunch of lads, and I know there's been a lot of talk around what's happening at Taunton at the moment, and I think it's important that we wish them well. The manager there, I've got a lot of respect for. I speak to him quite often. We've got a really good relationship. I know a few of their players as well, and if any team are going to go through turbulence like they are at the moment, there'll be one team that will fight their way through it. They're a good bunch of lads, and you saw that last year. They picked up a hell of a lot of points when probably teams didn't expect them to because of their togetherness. So we knew it would be tough. They're not going to come here and lay down and roll over. And I think we had to earn the right to play today. And I think once we earned the right to play, I thought we showed that we were good. At times we passed the ball forward, we moved it forward, we ran forward. And that's what we tried to sort of instill in the lads. The sort of unselfish runs would hurt them, and I think in the second half that proved to pay dividends. So overall, fantastic win. Another 3 goals, clean sheet, and 14 unbeaten at home is just something that we're extremely proud of. We know at some point it's got to end, but at the moment 14 games is some achievement.
It seemed like the first half as well started a bit frustrating to start with, lots of chances created by Slough, and then Nathan opening up with the corner kick that ended up being put in the back of the back post. Sorry, words. Again, he's on the score sheet again. There's still been a little bit of frustration from fans for some reason. I'm not quite sure personally myself, but what are you making of some of the comments made about Nathan?
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces, but I think he's got, 6 goals in his last 9 games or something like that? I stand to be corrected, but I know it's something around that. He's moved to a new level. He's got 11 goals this season now, I think, in 30 appearances. So it's a good return. We're halfway through the season, or one more game after today, halfway through the season. If he ends up with 20 goals, then we haven't had anyone that scored 20 goals for a while now. I don't know in my time at the club if anyone's got 20 goals in a season since we've been in the Conference South. I'm not sure. I think Dobbo got maybe 25 in the Southern Prem. So, yeah, for us, it's good to have a goal scorer on board. He's certainly that. It was a strange goal, actually, because 2 of our players tripped each other up in the box as they went to make a run. And at first, I thought the ref was going to maybe stop the play because there was 2 lads on the floor. So credit to the referee, and then obviously allowed Nathan to go and get a good volley on the ball. And delighted to get the first goal. It was going to be important because if they'd have got the first goal, they defend their box really, really well, and we'd have found it probably hard to break them down. So when they had to come out at us, we were able to find maybe little pockets and spaces. And then obviously the next 2 goals, Nashi's hit what he's just told me is a screamer. I'll wait to see it back, and then the third goal was probably the most pleasing of the lot because Davies got down the outside. He showed a great bit of quality to hang a ball up at the back post. Something that we have been working on. David's delivery in his end product, that's something that we need to maybe fine tune and polish a little bit. Leon really unselfish, and for Slavy to come on and get another goal, he's probably got 3 goals in about 50 minutes of football. So I'm delighted for Slavy because coming on as a sub sometimes, when they score, it softens the blow, having been sub. So yeah, at some point he will get his opportunity for sure. He's done more than enough now to deserve it.
As you say, they're both Leon and Slavy making massive impacts off the bench. What do you think they changed when they both came on? Because it felt like we were struggling to find that second goal and keep possession, but then they seemed to change that, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just their athleticism, work rate, and I think they've got that threat in behind. Leon can obviously deal with the ball, he can dribble with it. He's very dynamic, but Leon felt very fatigued after 65, 70 minutes against Hampton on New Year's Day, and to go back to back games in a short space of time was going to be tough because he's been out for a month. So we wanted to protect him, but then he's come on today and I thought he had a real good impact. And then Slavy as well, his attitude's been fantastic. It's been really, really good, and that's something that we're huge on. But he's not once moaned, he's got on with it, and I think he's got his just rewards because getting 3 goals in his last 3 games is something they can be extremely proud of.
And then the third substitution, who replaced yourself at half-time, what did you make of his first 45 minutes in a Slough shirt?
I thought he'd done really well. He's a fantastic footballer, as you probably saw. Very calm and composed. At times, I'm on the edge thinking maybe a little bit too calm and composed, but he's getting used to the way that we play. I think for me is that I took myself off at half-time. I was probably half a challenge away from getting maybe another yellow card, and I wrote up on the board and I was really disappointed with myself that I tried to correct the mistake with a mistake by giving the ball away and running out of my slot and trying to win it back. And I wrote on the board in there, discipline in big capital letters, because I said that we've been picking up too many soft yellow cards. Lo and behold, I go and get one. But listen, I'm happy to sacrifice myself to make sure that we keep 11 players on the pitch. I'm not overly fussed about playing in the second half of a game as long as we win it. So I thought Ez done really well when he come on, used the ball really well. I don't think he gave it away, which is good, but he'll only get better as well. But it gives us that strength in depth over the course of January and beyond, with so many games, and people like Lenchi are maybe carrying a little bit of a knock on his groin at the moment. So we need to protect a few, and we'll have to sort of pick and choose the games that are best suited for certain players over the next few weeks.
And as you say there, another big run of games coming up now for Slough. I think with the win today, it puts us 9 points clear of the bottom 4 with games in hand. A difficult period coming with a lot of away games. What are your thoughts now turning towards the likes of like Bath and Weymouth?
People will say it's a free hit because Bath are flying high at the moment, but listen, we believe on any day that we can go and give anyone a game. I think we've shown that this season that we're capable of competing against the teams that are at the top. So we're in a rich vein of form at home, but we need to sort of change that around when we play away. It's something that we're mindful of. We've got a points target for January, and it's something that we want to get close to, because we know then that it will take the pressure off from hopefully being in a relegation battle. We're not dismissing the fact that it's 9 points. We're very sort of wary that it can soon change if you don't pick up results. So we want to get as many points as we can throughout January with a large number of games, but everyone's needed. I think that's the most important thing, that whether they're on the bench today, they could easily come in and start on Tuesday night, because Bath away on the grass, probably quite heavy, quite a big pitch as well against a team that moved the ball. We'll need fresh legs and we'll need new energy as such.